extra towels. I drip dry.
She drip dry.
Welcome to the Drip Dry Podcast, where we let it all hang out. I'm your girl, Jasmine Christine.
I'm Faith Marie.
And I'm Maya Monet.
And you are tuning in to part 2 of the TikTok Stories episode. We are going to get into some more stories that we've seen on TikTok and tell you our takes on those. So if you want to hear what we got to say, you got to keep watching. Let's go. Okay, so another TikTok story. There is a dad on TikTok who talks about his daughter is getting bullied by another daughter or kid in the school. It's another girl. And the dad says that they've written letters to the parents of the other kid. And they've also had a meeting with the other set of parents to discuss how, you know, this other kid can stop bullying his daughter. So it sounds like he's taken all the proper steps
measures
to make sure that he did what is proper,
necessary,
and
for this
in the
you
positive way to make sure that he did everything in his power to make sure that his daughter didn't get bullied. Mm-hmm. The bullying continued, and so the dad went and got his brother, and they went and jumped the other kid's dad.
How old are these kids?
You can't control your kid. You finna get this ass before her.
In the video, he didn't say, so let's go with, since he said that at least it was something to do with school, so it's not like they're not in a toddler age of some sort.
Because at least middle school.
He did
middle
say
school, high school.
They sat down like with the parents and the daughter in the room, and the daughter was giving like, I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing.
So it's probably middle school,
So
high
I'm
school.
thinking middle school, 5th grade to somewhere in
She'd
5th grade to possibly even 8th grade.
To school and unleashed her on her ass. Now whoop her ass.
No, I would say like 5th grade to 11th
You know what I'm doing?
grade.
I'm going to get her cousins. We rounded all the cousins up. We're going to jump this little hoe.
So I'm thinking somewhere in that age group. But there are some people that are like, you know, he was wrong for jumping the dad. You probably gave that girl trauma.
Good!
I think it was unnecessary.
How much trauma do you think
You
she
think it
ain't
was
my
unnecessary?
baby? My baby could have committed suicide because of this little raggedy, nappy head, bald-headed ass bitch.
Yeah, but
so
it's
you gonna
not.
Tell me
It's not on that person. It's not on
it's
the
on
bully.
the parent.
It's not on that parent. It's on the parent of the kid that's getting
who they
bullied.
Whooped. That's who ass they whooped.
No. It's on who is raising the kid that is getting bullied. If you don't pay attention to that,
No, he did everything he was supposed to do. He did pay attention. So
but
what am I
there's still
supposed
other
to
things
do?
that you can do with your kid. Take him to another school, move them away.
Nah,
You want me to?
I'm not
I have a
doing that.
mortgage. You want me to break my mortgage and buy another house, sell my house, buy another because one kid. Because you can't control
What
your
if your
little
kid
spawn
still gets
Satan,
bullied after
Satan
beating them
spawn
up?
seedling.
But
I would have filed a report
yeah.
after I've tried everything that I try, only because obviously I've never been in a fight. I'm not a person that knows my capability yet. I would have filed a report. And the only reason why I'm saying this is because my daughter is at a place where she's having issues at school. And so obviously my first instinct, and also because her dad's not in her life like that, where I'm going to be like, okay, I'm just going to call her dad or call my dad and be like, hey, I want you to go jump them. I will say this, if it was to a point where somebody was physically putting their hands on my daughter, that's a different story. I feel like that's definitely maybe okay, I've sat down and talked with you. You need to control your child, or me and you are going to have a problem because now you're not taking it seriously, which means you're condoning
I feel like
it.
that's what it was.
And that's probably
if I sat down with you and your children,
he never
if
said.
your kid, I've sat down with you and your child sitting here looking like she don't give a fuck. If your kid touch or bully my kid again, I'm beating your ass. Now you can rectify the situation, or I can rectify the situation. Yeah. However, I bet you when I get done off your ass, she won't touch my daughter or bully my daughter again.
Yeah.
So I get
I
that
might
part,
be in
but
jail.
The only thing in the story, he never said what the bullying was. At least the videos that I saw, he might have put something out now that said, okay, in the bullying, it was blah 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 blah. Now, I will say this, the bullying that we had back when we were in school is very different than the bullying that is going on now. It is very extensive. It is very extra. It is very over the top. It
Outlandish.
is very much where you hear the story and you're like, they did what?
Yeah.
And suicide is at an all-time
That's
high.
my thing. That's
At
my
an
thing.
all-time high.
That's
And
my,
so to me, I don't know. I also don't know what state he was in either. So I don't know what other channels he could have done with the school.
not a motherfucking thing because they don't want to
do
suspend these kids.
But
They're not suspending them.
I'm
They're
also
not even
thinking, as
reprimanding
far
them.
as the school, especially if this was only at school, the school definitely could have done more. But I don't. That's the thing. There's some part of the context that you like don't know.
Yeah.
So I feel like it would be very equal if it was the other child was definitely like putting their hand, like, my kid is coming home with a black eye. Oh yeah, so your dad or your mom, like me as being a woman, then I'm gonna fight the other mom. Like, you need to have a matching black eye as my daughter, especially if you're not doing anything. Now, if you're saying, oh, we put her in therapy, we pull her out of school, she's gonna be homeschooled, you're remorseful, you're saying sorry. Okay, then you're doing what you can to rectify the situation. But if both of y'all, the parents and the child, is sitting there looking at me like, we don't give a fuck, like, she's going to keep whooping on your daughter if she can't defend herself. If it's getting to a point like that, okay, then yeah, we just got to square up then. Because at this point, if I don't do something and I just be like, okay, well, they're just bullies, don't hang around them, then that's going to teach my daughter that there's nothing I can do for you. These people are still going to do something to you, and I can't do anything for you.
And neither can you. I don't discriminate. I whoop kids' ass too. I will whoop your daughter ass for you if you don't know how to whoop it yourself.
I think you should try everything in your power to show your kid that you are trying everything that you can to make it right, to show them that this bullying is not okay. But obviously, I believe that there are other ways to go about it than just fighting the other parent.
There are always other ways.
I'll show my true colors. I'll argue with you in the office. I don't care. I'll do it across the street. We'll argue, but do I think I should beat your ass?
Than me slicing your tires, just 3 of them, so insurance don't cover them, and busting your windshield? Is that better? I ain't put my hands on you.
That's I mean,
is that better?
Stuff like that.
Now you can't get the little bald headed bitch around. So now
it's possible. But I'm not gonna lie though. If my daughter were to come home from school with a black eye and she told me that there was some kid at her school that did that to her,
they used to send us back
on
out there.
Purpose.
You got your ass whooped, you came back home. Go back out there and fight them
I
again.
think, of course, immediately I'm calling the school. I'm figuring out who did it. Get the parents here. I'm filing a report.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting this is a new day and age.
It is very much a new day and age. I'm filing a report. This kid shouldn't even be in school. But if this was a thing that like it was ongoing, it kept happening, I could see that side of me getting
I'm gonna
to
call the
like,
police.
I'm
okay,
making y'all life miserable.
Immediately.
You're making me.
I'm jamming y'all door. I'm doing all kind of shit. I'm busting y'all windows. I'm doing all kind of shit.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna stop bullying.
You crazy.
Is it me or is it you? Is it me or is it the little bald head bitch over there? Which
That's
one
why
of us?
we need you in our lives.
Bald head.
Bald head. Shout out to
yeah, but I do commend the dad for taking all the steps that he thought he could without
I really want to
being
hear the other parents' side of the story.
I don't know if they might
this
be
was
out
spawn
there.
of Satan that y'all
But I
birthed.
really want to know what the bullying was. That's the part that makes it a little bit. Because if your kid was just talking shit, you need to teach your kid how to talk shit back. Because I'm a believer in make sure your kid knows how to defend themselves when you're not there, and not physically, just when other kids are just being, yes, they're being bullies, but they're also thinking they're just being a kid and this is just playful banter. But they don't really know that you're actually hurting my kid's feelings. My kid is very sensitive.
They know. They just don't care. Kids don't care. Kids don't give a shit.
Right, but they're, like I told you before, like when the one little boy in the class was saying the birthday song, and I forgot the beginning of the song, but he said, "You look like a monkey and you smell like one too." He said that to my daughter.
That's a song, though. That's how the song go.
But you can't say that to a black person. Call them a monkey and you smell like one. We're in a new day and age.
Did
You
she
cannot
take it
do
like
that.
I don't. But
She
I
got
feel like
was crying. It was a whole big scene. She was like,
you should
"Why
have
would he
just
call
shown
me
her
a monkey?"
Madagascar.
This is the thing. She was at school. I was not there.
But I'm saying when
This
she
was
got
her
home,
true raw feeling. When she got home, I was able to explain it to her more and
what
things
she
like
do,
that.
punch him?
No, she cried. And then she went and told the teacher. But the little boy was more like,
It was
well,
a-
that's
it's
the
a
song you sing at my house.
That's a song. Like I feel like some stuff is extreme. Okay, yeah,
But
because
it's
of
still her
racist-
feelings, and her
yes.
feelings are valid. She
Some-
doesn't want to be called a monkey.
Because of racism.
You can't be
some
upset
stuff
at that.
you can't
All you can say is, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. That wasn't my intent.
And it stopped there. But that's why I'm saying some kids don't know that certain things that they're saying or they're doing are actually hurting other kids. That's where this whole so that's why I'm like, what was
But
the actual
see,
bullying?
No, because from what if you saying the father had to sit down with the parents and the little girl was still sitting there like I'm gonna keep doing what I want to do. No, this is a bold ass little girl. Imagine if she doing that in your face and all of y'all are adults. Imagine what she doing to your kid and nobody's around.
That doesn't surprise me. The way that my sisters are, that does not surprise me.
I'm banging her head on the
These
toilet.
kids these
Sorry.
days are crazy.
Whoa,
I watched Euphoria.
Yeah,
They
but
do
see,
not
stuff wasn't that
mind.
bad. At least
You
out
didn't
here
have
where
you didn't have exposure.
me going to the school
certain
that I went to,
things.
it wasn't that bad. It was more verbal, like, oh, you're fat or you can't fit in that seat
all of
or
my fights never happened at school. I never had to fight at school. All of my fights was like outside in the street, like it wasn't in the fields.
again, I had no fights. It was all verbal. My mouth is lethal though.
All right, lethal weapon. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
I had to learn that though, because it
But
got
that's
to a
skill. You
point
build-
where
that's called a
people
backbone.
just
You
kept
build
talking shit, and I'm
you
just
build a
like,
backbone.
either I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna take it, or I'm gonna say something back so you know not to fuck with me.
That's a
Yeah.
part of life. You learn to adapt.
Yeah.
But then I just became the funny person, and then people
And
were
people
like,
stopped fucking with
"Oh,
you. Yeah,
let
like,
me just
she
stop.
cool."
She's cool." But I really want to know what he meant by my daughter was getting bullied.
Yeah, I
Was
don't
she
know.
physically getting harmed? Because then I totally understand like where he's coming from. My child coming home with like a broken arm, a black eye.
I don't think he's just doing this because the
Uh,
girl is
Mad.
saying
I'd be
words.
pissed.
I think it's fit. It can't.
I wanna
It has to be for the
know.
uncle
I need
to
to
get
follow
involved.
a video.
Yeah, there's like
People
more
don't
to
usually
it.
get involved like, unless it's something physical. Unless they've crossed a line.
Oh, okay. This one wasn't on TikTok. This was like real life. It was
Okay.
on Love and Hip Hop. I do have a question.
Okay, so
Because
teach
us
me.
talking about it brought it up. There was a girl at a high school. Can't remember what grade she was in. I don't think she was a freshman. So anything above freshman. A student on campus opened up one of the doors and allowed their mom to get on campus, and the mom and the daughter
fought another girl.
fought another
Another
girl
girl.
in the school.
Y'all going to jail now.
Yeah, that's
You're
not
going
right.
to jail now.
What do you do? You get a call from the school, and the school says, "I'm so sorry, but there's been an incident at the school. Your daughter was jumped by a mother and her daughter at school.
They both going to jail.
She's obviously not dead, but
Mister, where are they? Where are they right now?
And they say, we have them they're still here at the school. The police is talking to them now.
I'ma
We've called the
own-
police. The police are
I'm going to
coming."
own y'all house.
I'll be right
By the
there.
time we done.
Tell the
Every
police to
dime
go
your
home.
mama ever make for the rest of her life is going to belong to me.
No, the school
mom?
better handle that appropriately, and the police better whisk them off to jail
And I'm blowing your house up.
immediately.
So let's say they don't go to jail right away. They say,
I'm going
"Oh,
to her
they."
house. I'm blowing it up.
I'm gonna call
I'm
Maya
not
to
even
blow up their
knocking on
house.
the door. At 2 a.m.
Y'all don't understand how funny this is. Just the way you looked over like this. I'm blowing it up.
How dare you, bitch?
She said, "I'm going to her house. I'm blowing it up."
They shouldn't have let her go home. She was better off in
Yeah.
jail.
Yeah, facts.
Yo,
I'm
and
not even
this is the
fighting.
thing. So the mom the daughter who got jumped in an actual situation didn't end up fighting the other mom. She did file a police report, and things happened to them. But
I knew the rest of this story.
a
'Cause they would've
mom,
been-
she blows him up.
It would have been an arson in
a
the news.
mom comes on campus and
Mm-mm.
jumps
It'd have been on Channel 4.
Jumps
First of all,
London?
I'm gonna sue
In
the
the middle of
school.
nights.
You let them in with
suing
that
the school.
intention.
I'm
now
suing
this
the
is the
school
thing.
district.
The
I'm
the
suing-
daughter did this. Wasn't like they let her on like, oh, she was picking up somebody else and she lied or what. No, the daughter physically went and opened a door that was locked and let her mom on campus.
Oh well. Y'all problem now.
The mom should immediately be in jail. Immediately.
And the fact that the school didn't press charges, because if the school would have pressed charges, her ass would have been in jail. She
And
wouldn't
the
have went
school
home.
should be pressing
I
charges.
don't. That's the only thing. I don't know what happened.
That's okay. They don't gotta press charges. I'm gonna press them for them.
I just remember seeing a clip of the mom being on the news, and
All
she was
parties
like, "I
involved.
don't
I'm gonna
understand
press them
how
all.
something like this could happen." But yeah,
No. No.
That's
there
the
should be a
instance where
security officer at
because
each
I'm blowing it up.
this
door.
I'm blowing it up.
I'm gonna let
Delete this just in case I.
Please don't
No.
let.
I'm gonna
This
let
might
you.
be evidence later on.
Okay, if it happens, just
In
be like, we gotta go back to.
2024.
We gotta go back. Hurry up, go back to episode 21.
They gonna have
Delete
me like
it.
Diddy. Incriminate myself.
Yo, like, I'm just thinking right now, if London came home and she told me some little girl and her mom at the school jumped me.
Boom, boom. And this is what I'm be doing outside when Channel 4 pull up. In my clique, in the clique, we be vibing.
The
I'm blowing it up.
rage in my body, I'm liable to
doing
do
the-
anything.
I'm
Yeah.
doing the Angela Bassett when she walked away from me.
I'm
rollers.
liable to do anything.
Bathrobe. I'm gonna have the exact outfit on she had on.
An adult.
I'm not even finna try to fight you. This fire finna catch all of y'all.
An adult.
May y'all burn in hell.
No, I can't do it.
It's
Y'all try
getting
again next lifetime.
me-
I can't do it.
Try
It's
again
getting
next
me
lifetime.
hot. It's getting me hot.
Real
Like,
hot.
we're
Burning
doing
hot.
what?
3rd degree burns hot.
She blowing it up. Let me call her next time. Keep my hands clean.
Nobody's gonna find out. Just call.
Okay.
Call me and Latrice.
Last
Group chat.
one.
We got it. We gonna figure it out.
Okay, last one that we want to talk about is there was a commencement speech at a college, and one of the Kansas City Chiefs, I don't even know his name because to me it wasn't important. I didn't like what he said. He was giving a speech, and his speech in a synopsis was, majority of you ladies, I can bet are sitting in your seats, you're graduating, you got your degrees, and you're, more so thinking about becoming a wife and a mom rather than thinking about your career and your promotion
your
and your
greatest
job.
vocation will be to be a wife and a
Yeah.
mother.
And
And he got emotional and started crying.
Yeah, he was like, I can bet that my wife would say her life started when she became, my wife.
Her greatest vocation.
And if that is true for his wife,
Kudos
then
for her.
kudos for her. That's what she wanted to do, is be a wife and a mother. That's fantastic. But how are you going to sit here and speak for all of us women that can literally be doctors, astronauts,
Cure cancer.
fucking
the
yep,
president.
firefighters? We can go to fucking war, bitch. And you're sitting here telling us that our greatest vocation is to birth children and raise them and stay home and just be your wife? I think the fuck not, sir.
Yeah, the fact that he was like, I can bet that majority of you are sitting here thinking.
No, I bet you can't. that you can't.
Now, I will say this. He was at a Catholic college, is what I heard.
Maybe they told him to do that.
And he is
We
of
need it to
Catholic
be
faith, and
tailored
so that was...
to making women think this is the best option.
I guess their thing. I'm not Catholic, but I guess
Show
that's
the
like their thing. And if you listen to the speech, everybody was clapping after his speech.
I feel like that's just because that's what you're supposed to do. I don't think they were listening
not
with their ear gates.
That's what they've been hearing all their life. So yeah, they were.
But
Sounded
supposedly there is a petition out to get this guy kicked off the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, they going too far now.
Yeah, that's
Now,
a little much.
Because he made a mistake. Y'all trying to straight cancel this man?
This is the thing.
Because he didn't let Jamal listen to his speech?
Yeah, somebody needed to
Everybody
listen to it.
has a free right to speech. He is free to say the things that he wants to say.
Sure.
The only thing that I say is if you're going to say something that's causing violence, harm, or you're being racist, like you're saying something that's going to cause someone harm or something of that nature, then yes, you should probably be reprimanded. Your job, hey, you probably shouldn't employ people like this or something of that nature. But he didn't say anything that's going to harm someone. Yes, we didn't like what he said, but it's not going to harm anyone. I don't think he should lose his job just because of his opinion.
A second thought. If Colin Kaepernick can lose his job for kneeling, why shouldn't this man lose his job? Let's have it straight and fair across the board.
Some people talked about that.
If Colin Kaepernick can lose his job and never be employed in the NFL again for taking a knee for the sins of black people, why should we care what they do with this man?
Mm-hmm.
Why should we care?
It's not that I care.
You know what that video is? When Jim was like, "This not our fight. This not our."
Oh no, totally
this
not.
Our fight.
Totally not.
We gonna sit this one out. This not for us. We're not.
Totally not. But I think somebody should have read his speech before.
He didn't let nobody listen to that bitch.
Because even I would hope that even if his wife heard it, was like, babe, I don't think. Maybe let's take this part out.
You know what I think?
Maybe say this a different way.
I think she listened to him and she wanted to hang his ass out to dry.
Girl.
How dare this motherfucker?
What got me wasn't like, that is your greatest vocation, blah, blah, blah. That's not what got me. What got me was at the beginning of when he addressed the women, said that, what did he say?
It says you've been told a diabolical lie.
Yeah, a diabolical lie that you're going to do more than be a wife and a mother.
That's not a lie.
Bruh.
We're in 2024. Maybe if you were saying this in 2001, maybe 1995, you could have got some people like, hell yeah, you right. We're in 2024. There are probably lesbians in your
He's just a football player.
Right.
Like, he just throws the ball around. Like, am I clear?
Kicks a ball.
He must got that
He's just the kicker. Oh, I'm sorry. He just plays football. So he's not a brain surgeon. He's not somebody in he's not a high government official. He is a football player.
Stupid too.
I mean, yeah. No, I'm with you. But it's not like he used a lot of brains to fucking throw a ball, kick a ball.
Yeah,
and you're talking about us women.
Barbaric. Asinine.
How about you push out a baby? If you want to go there.
Period.
If you want to go there. Just personally. How about I just kick you in the balls 20,000 times?
Damn.
I don't think he should lose his job.
I think he meant
well. He
meant well.
Maybe. Towards the end.
Well, towards the end, he said something about pride and started talking about.
I'm done. It's not my fight. Let me back out.
The LGBTQ, and it was not. I stopped listening, to be honest.
I don't think he should have lost his job. Well, he hasn't lost his job. People are just trying to petition to get him to lose his job. I don't think he should lose his job.
People really have nothing else to do with their time.
I think
they're trying to cancel anybody they can.
It's okay for him to say his view. I just think people need to be careful with pushing your view onto other people.
Yeah.
So saying in the audience, I feel like most of you Don't push your view onto other people.
Yeah.
If you're at a graduation to say a speech, you're more so trying to uplift those people who are finishing and
Or
leaving,
just say how
and
proud you are of your wife.
can't wait for
'Cause
you guys to
it
go out
helped
there
you
and
finish. Like, that's all you had to say. Like,
Yeah.
that part was fine.
yeah,
But it was all the rest of it unnecessary.
yeah. It was just
He went too
pushing the
far.
view
Somebody
on
should have
to someone else
proved
is
that.
probably just not
The answer.
the best idea with a
The
speech like that.
solution.
Last topic I want to talk about is there was a video going around. It's a teacher who they're in like the last, couple weeks maybe of school, and he needed to get his hair taken down before he went and did, I guess, his next hairstyle. It's a black man. He has twists in the hair that come down to about here. And there's this video of maybe about 4 or 5 students, girls, 4 or 5 girls that are helping him take down his hair before his appointment that's after school. Now, just backstory, these kids, some of them came from another class, but he did get permission from the teacher that after they were done with their work, if they wanted to come and help, if they could. And the kids that were in his class currently, they were all also done with their work. And so he said, if you guys finish your work, we'll have free time. You guys can pull out your phones, or we'll put, a movie on the TV, blah, blah, blah. And some of the students said that they, wanted to help him take down his hair. And so that's what they did. That video went viral. And since then, that teacher has gotten fired from his job.
What?
And some people are on one side of it saying,
How are there sides to this?
it's inappropriate to do this at school. Kids shouldn't have been doing this. There's another side that's, they're just kids. They were done with their work. It's fine. That's how, teachers and kids build a relationship with each other, and that they can trust them and that kind of thing. What do you guys think about this?
It's kids having free time. Would you rather them scroll mindlessly on TikTok or help a friend in need? I'm so confused. This was a free
For
period.
Listening to what you just told me, they're taking down his hair. Obviously, they have a good rapport with him, meaning he's a good teacher. They love him for whatever reason they do.
The students were helping the teacher take his hair down.
Yeah.
This is a teacher, black male.
Oh.
All of the students that were taking down his hair are women. Well, girls.
Well, a guy's not going to go up and do it. A boy's not going to go up and do it.
I
They
feel
could.
like
They
they have a
could,
good
but
rapport with him. They trust him. For kids in school, they don't have a lot of teachers that they feel like they can
He
go
got
to
fired
about
because it was
anything.
inappropriate?
Now, see, that's the thing.
He
They
did
want to
get
fire somebody for that, but when it comes to bullying, like the last conversation we just had, nobody knows what the fuck to do. Oh, you know what to do. Kick they little badasses out, first of all. Second of all, they helping him take his hair down. If they done with their work, they not hurt nobody. The thing was, the problem was, it was a cultural thing.
Yeah,
That's the problem. People can't. You can be all in this business, and he can lose his job, and everybody can make it viral and got 2 cents to say. Was your daughter bullying? Were you a part of something that you should have probably stopped or probably could have stopped, but you were too busy in other people's business to even pay attention? Everybody want to point the. I don't think he should have been fired.
I don't think he should have lost his job, but I do think a lot of times, especially as people of color, a lot of times we have to think before we do things. That is this gonna show or come out a different way because I'm black? Because I know that there have been white teachers who will let their students play in their hair or put their hair in ponytails or things like that. I know that that's happened. I've seen it myself.
Oh, yeah.
I think obviously it made it worse or blow up more because he filmed it and put it on TikTok. I mean, it could have made it worse because he was black. I don't know specifically. I don't think he should have been fired. Me as, like, if I was his friend in school, I just would have been like, it's probably not a good idea. You don't want that to backfire on you, just because nowadays people take everything to the extreme. So it being a bunch of girls who took it down, it being, him just probably being a black man and doing it. The fact that it was other students from other classes, so people probably think that that student was missing something in their other class. I, as his friend, if I was his friend and another teacher in the school, I'd have been like, dude, it's probably not a good idea. I know you gotta get your hair done after this. You might just have to wait until the end of the school day, or you just take it down yourself while you're sitting there in class and they're doing everything else. Only because I know things can get misconstrued. I know things can look worse than what they really are. I don't think he should have been fired for it, though. I think that was going too far. Just like I don't think the Kansas City guy, I don't think he should be fired. I think people put too much into always trying to take away somebody's source of income and their job.
People be too much on the internet. Mind your business.
It's just,
drink your water.
If somebody's harming someone, that's different. You're
yeah.
harming someone. You're hurting someone physically.
So worry about what other people.
But he was doing no harm to anyone
Right.
by doing that. But we are quick to take the extreme to something that's not violent. But when it is something that's violent, being like, oh, we've got to be careful with this one. We don't want to.
Because why? This person felt big and bold enough to put their hands on somebody.
Right.
So I do feel bad for the teacher that they got fired. I don't think it was that extreme, but I would have been like, I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe you just take down your hair and let the kids just be kids at school. That's my take on it. But people was eating him up on TikTok.
Yeah.
Like, why would you have, and that's not appropriate. I wouldn't say one's like inappropriate or
what's not
appropriate. I just
The
think
fact that you all in this man's business.
it's just it's just not a good idea. I don't think it's inappropriate.
It's not a good look.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
And I think there's a
It
very
leaves too
very
much
big
room
difference.
for
To
interpretation.
me, inappropriate is like, it don't matter who it is. You shouldn't be doing it. Because I would say the same thing even if it was boys. They're still students. Let them be students. I know they have a good rapport with you.
Yeah.
But let them be students and bond with them another way. Like, let's play a game.
Because it probably started, one of the girls, they feel comfortable enough with him to ask, let me have you take that hair, Mr. And he was like, okay. Like,
and then the other girls
he's
was like,
such a good they love him. Like, that's a bonding experience. And like you said, we've seen it happen with white teachers all the time. It's a form of bonding with your students. It's a form of trust between the students. Not saying that I've ever done that, but
or a teacher helping a student put their hair in a
I
ponytail.
understand, like, being a student aide and building a rapport. Every morning, me and Miss Barbera, we used to listen to our music. We used to clown, listen to some music, some old school, some new. Like, it's just building a rapport.
Yeah.
And those people you feel close to and you trust those people. People are.
So, yeah, I think they took it too far. But I
hope he found another job, a better one.
I think you do have to be careful with,
He learned
especially when it comes to kids.
Yeah.
Because most people don't play about their kids.
He learned a valuable lesson that day.
So now you're at a point of, you're kind of at the school's mercy of what they want to do with you.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that is the end of our TikTok stories part 2 episode. And we talked about some crazy stories, in my opinion. Some stuff I would never think would even happen.
Yeah. Same.
So we want to know what you guys think. Definitely let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell so you are notified every single time we upload a brand new video, which is every single Monday. Please follow us on Instagram and TikTok, The Drip Dry Podcast. We want you guys to see our behind the scenes, engage with us. We post some pretty funny stuff on there, so you won't want to miss it. Don't forget to tell a friend about the Drip Dry Podcast. We thank you guys so much for staying with us, following us. We are halfway into the year and appreciate you guys, really, like,
Yes,
seriously,
we
for
do.
watching all of our videos and commenting and liking and telling us and stopping us in Walmart or at the gym. Like, oh my God, I saw your video and it was so awesome. We love that. So
Love it.
appreciate you guys very much. But thank you for watching, and we will see you guys in our next episode.